If you're not going to bleed blue, then get the off the team.
Whoa!
Respectfully, of course.
Mic drop. Well, guys, it looks like Mitch Marner is leaving the Toronto Maple Leafs. And what better way to send him off than inviting people to take the mic and say a goodbye message of their own. Mitch Marner has not officially left, but the rumors are flowing, and I'm just going to go ahead and guess that he will not be playing for the Maple Leafs next season. Say goodbye to Mitch Marner. Any words? Trade him? Why?
He doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Yeah?
I want a dog.
I want a dog.
That's
You
all I
want a
want.
dog. That's a nice car you got there. Thank you.
Thank you for being you, buddy, and for looking out for yourself and getting the biggest contract. Dealing with all the hate, you don't deserve it. You're a stud. Love you, man.
I love you, Mitch Marner. I wish that you could stay. I understand that you might have to leave. Most of the people in Toronto love you no matter what they say.
Good riddance, man. He had some great moments, like that time he almost took a clapper to the face to seal the one series for us. If you can't get it done in the playoffs, and you had like 8 years, I think it's about time to make a shift. And we've been pretty
lenient.
Yeah, we've been too soft, Jesse. That time is done.
What is your understanding of why he has to leave?
First of all, he's been a scapegoat for the media a lot here, and I don't think anybody would want to stay in that situation.
It's not his fault. Like, the whole team was
The whole team
was when we needed them, I mean.
Yeah, but I mean, you're dumping a huge percentage of your cap into this guy. He didn't sign an 8-year deal. He really got all of his demands in his last contract. He refused to get traded, doesn't show up in Game 7 when it matters. Now he's walking for nothing, and you think that's okay?
I mean, I didn't personally pay him, so I guess.
You know, he's a stud, though. End of the day, like, I think he's a playmaker. The fact he's on
He is a stud. People tell me I look like him all the time.
all the time, man.
Yeah, all the time.
Jesse, stop saying we look alike, because we don't. We're done that. Yeah, we're done that.
He's on every PK. He's on every power play. You know what I mean? He's just an athlete. Like, I like him down, you know. He keeps the puck in. He keeps it past the blue. You know, you love to see it.
I think he's undoubtedly one of the best Toronto Maple Leaf wingers of all time. He had, 99 2 years in a row. Selke votes arguably the best two-way winger of all time in Leafs history. Wish him nothing for the best.
Hopefully you're looking forward to getting booed when you're back here, because that's probably going to happen.
Would you be one of the people booing Mitch Marner if you were at that game?
I think I'd probably get taken away with the crowd if they're all doing it. I probably would.
I'm sorry we couldn't be a better team for you, man.
For him?
Yeah, he's a great player, honestly. I just feel like, you know, being on the Leafs, you kind of have to know that you may never get the cup. And if he gets to leave and he gets a better team, all the power to him.
What about him apologizing for not being a better player for you?
I'm sorry, the Leafs are kind of choke artists, like, honestly. And I'm a Leafs fan. That's the worst thing.
It's going to be sad to see the core four disintegrate, I guess, but maybe we'll get Marchand, maybe we'll get McDavid.
So they get rid of Marner. They now open up a bunch of cap space.
I think they got to get rid of Tavares, too.
You know where I think Tavares should go?
Where?
Winnipeg Jets.
Winnipeg's trash.
Winnipeg's trash. Why don't you get on the mic and say that with your chest, buddy?
Winnipeg's trash. They finished higher in the league than Toronto, and they still put out a worse playoff effort.
You didn't have much of an issue saying it with his chest there. Who would you rather have between Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews?
Should have traded Matthews instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Elaborate on that.
Mitchie, like, I know people weren't like really happy with his like performance, but he looks at the captain. What is he doing? Is he hurt? Is he sick? You know, it's always something. He never comes through.
Obviously Matthews.
We've had several people now come up to us and tell us that they would rather keep Marner and let Matthews walk.
He hasn't showed up in the playoffs as much as I want, but if I have to trade one, I'm trading Marner, no doubt.
I don't know. I like Marner. I'd pay anything for him. He's one of my favorite players. I think he's the best player on the Leafs.
More than Matthews?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Austin Matthews?
I think he's soft. How big is he? 6'3", 220, 230? He doesn't play like it.
Hey, Marner doesn't take the shots, though. They're both kind of trash in the playoffs, though. I'm going Matthews.
I would say Matthews because he's a more complete player. He plays a harder position, and he does the thing in the NHL that is the hardest thing to do, which is score goals.
I got to go with Mitch.
Why is that?
Heart is here.
You think Mitch Marner plays with more heart than Austin Matthews?
I think he does, and that's also his kryptonite. A huge Matthews fan, obviously, but he's detached. He's not from here, and he doesn't feel the same pressure to perform, and it doesn't with his head quite the same way.
So you would keep Marner. What would you be comfortable paying him?
That's where it gets tough, man. What's he at now? Because, like, I know Matthews is what?
He's
like
making just shy of $11 million.
Yeah.
And now he's going to make a lot more on his next deal.
That's the thing. I couldn't do that. I couldn't justify anything above, like 12. You know what I mean?
12 maybe? I don't know. Nothing more than 12.
Okay, but there's the whole state income tax thing. Which is absolutely a thing for all you teams that don't have state income tax. Don't act like it's not a thing, because it is. With state income tax, I think he could probably fetch more than that.
I don't know if McDavid's in the conversation. Get rid of Marner, sign McDavid. That'd be pretty nasty.
How you doing, bro? Good, man. How are you?
Good.
I love that you're just stopped in the side of traffic here.
Get the out of the city, Mitch. You suck.
Say that again?
Fucking suck, Mitch.
I think the Leafs should be smart to try to get Marner on a reasonable deal. I thought they were super close to winning the Cup last year, but I do understand.
Come on, man. Like, we did well against Florida. We're the only team to take them to 7, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And therefore, we could be the second best team in the league.
Okay, we're done here. All right, guys. Well, we had some pretty mixed answers there. I think for the most part, Leafs fans want to wish Mitch the best, but there was definitely a bit of saltiness that we detected. Anyways, what's your final goodbye message to Mitch Marner? Let us know in the comments. Have a good one, Mitch. All the best, buddy.